Your dinner arrives in 10 minutes. Your groceries? 10 minutes. Your medication? 10 minutes. It feels like magic, but magic has a cost. India's gig economy has exploded. Between 2021 and 2025, the workforce grew from 77 lakh to 1.2 crore workers. By 2030, this sector will add an estimated of 2.35 lakh crore to India's GDP. But here's the contradiction. Nearly 40% of gig workers earn less than 15,000 per month. And in cities like Bangalore or Mumbai, that's below the poverty line for a family. These are powering $1 billion industry, yet they cannot afford a simple health insurance or a decent meal. We call them partners or entrepreneurs. Legally, they're not employees. That distinction is destroying lives. Why should you, sitting in your AC room, care about this? Well, first, because the flexibility is a myth. Platforms use algorithm to control every second of a worker's day. If you reject a ride or a delivery, the algorithm punishes you by reducing future orders. To earn a minimum wage, studies show that workers must be online 12 to 14 hours a day. That flexible job, it's a digital cage. Second, the safety crisis. Delivery agents were dying on the road to shave off 2 minutes. In December 2025, workers went on nationwide strike. Finally, in January 2026, the government forced platforms like Blinkit and Swiggy to drop the 10-minute promise. Historically, India's labor laws were built on factory era. A boss, a permanent worker, a provident fund. The gig worker fell into the grey zone. They were not employees, which is costly for companies, nor are they truly independent because they don't have any control over the pricing. For years, platforms argued, we are just a tech middleman, the workers are their own bosses. But the government finally recognized this absurdity. In 2020, the code on social media legally defined gig workers for the first time. It was a historic recognition. But here's the barrier, the implementation. Under the law, the platform must contribute 1 to 2% of their annual turnover to Social Security Fund for these workers. Sounds good, right? But the rules are still not fully operational in most of the states, and many workers have never heard of the e-Shram portal where they need to register for the same. Fixing this requires moving from recognition to rights. Here's a 6-year, 3-phase roadmap. Phase 1, which is 1 and 2 years, universal registration and portability. The Parliamentary Standing Committee has recommended mandatory registration on the e-Shram portal. This must be enforced immediately. Phase 2, the Social Security Fund. The 1 to 2% aggregator contribution must be collected monthly and linked directly to the worker's UAN. The fund must provide 3 things: accidental insurance, health coverage for family, and a pension contribution. Phase 3, algorithmic transparency and minimum wage. This is the hardest part. We need Gig Workers Right Now Act that mandates platforms must disclose how their algorithm assigns work. No deactivation without a human review. No more losing a livelihood because an app glitched. A floor wage. Guarantee that active working hours plus waiting time equal to a minimum wage.